The rich alien woman found him in the restaurant, whom she was searching for everywhere. In the far reaches of the galaxy, a wealthy alien woman has searched through worlds, stations, and war zones for a single man. Tonight, in a simple restaurant floating above Earth, she finds him. But Adrian Cross is not the hero she remembers. He is broken, haunted, and unwilling to fight again. This is a story of survival, of duty, and of how hope can reignite even the darkest flame. The restaurant was unremarkable to human eyes. A dimly lit place tucked into a quiet corner of the Earth's first orbital habitat, it smelled faintly of synthetic wine, roasted meats, and recycled air. To most patrons, it was just another eatery for dockworkers, traders, and the occasional smuggler. But to her, it was a labyrinth of sensory chaos. The alien woman stepped inside, her silken garments whispering like liquid silver as they brushed the floor. Her people were tall, elegant, their forms elongated and graceful, built for the lower gravity of their homeworld. Jewelry glimmered faintly in the ambient light, strange crystalline pieces that shifted colors as if alive. She was rich, anyone could tell that much. Her rings alone were worth more than the entire restaurant. Yet it wasn't wealth that drew her here. It was him. She had been searching across trade routes, border stations, even pirate outposts, following rumors of a man. A single human whose name surfaced like a ghost in a dozen tongues, Adrian Cross. And now, here he was. Adrian sat in the back booth, hunched over a plate of steaming noodles, his jacket patched in places, the creases on his face deepened from too many sleepless nights. He looked like any other drifter, a man who'd seen too much of the galaxy and wanted none of it anymore. But when her eyes met his, he froze. He recognized her. The alien woman crossed the room, her every step smooth, purposeful. Conversations hushed around her, the clink of cutlery pausing as heads turned. By the time she reached his table, the entire restaurant seemed to be holding its breath. "You," she said softly, her voice carrying a resonance that made even the air vibrate. At last. Adrian leaned back in his seat, unimpressed. He slurped a noodle before answering. "Lady, you've clearly mistaken me for someone else." Her eyes narrowed, eyes like polished obsidian, sharp and knowing. "No mistake. I have searched every system, every station, for you." He set his chopsticks down slowly. His heart was already pounding, though he kept his face calm. He'd hoped, prayed, that his past wouldn't catch up with him. But of course it had. "You're wasting your time," Adrian said, voice low. "That man you're searching for doesn't exist anymore." But she ignored him. She slid gracefully into the seat across from him, her jewels scattering faint glimmers across the table. "My name is Lady Theron of House Kinvara," she said. "And you are Adrian Cross, commander of the ship Resolute, survivor of the siege of Karate Prime, the man who—" "Stop." His voice cracked like a whip. His hands clenched the table. "Don't. Not here." For a moment, silence again. The restaurant returned to its chatter, though curious glances lingered. Adrian stared at her, jaw tight. "Whatever you think I am," he muttered, "I'm not anymore. I'm just a man trying to be left alone." But Lady Theron leaned forward, her expression unreadable. "And yet you cannot hide from what you are. You are the only one who can save my people." Adrian barked a laugh, bitter and sharp. "Save your people? I couldn't even save mine." She studied him with alien patience. "You carry guilt. I smell it on you, like smoke clinging to cloth. But guilt does not erase your duty." He looked away. His mind flashed with memories, screams, fire raining from the skies, the betrayal that had left billions dead. He had been there. He had commanded. And when it all collapsed, he had fled. "Why me?" he asked finally, voice hoarse. "Because you are human," she replied simply. That caught him off guard. He turned back to her, eyes narrowing. "Explain." Lady Theron folded her long fingers, her rings glowing faintly. The galaxy fears your kind. They call you reckless, violent, insane. But they forget, insanity is power. You fight even when you should surrender. You burn when others would extinguish. My people are facing extinction, and no alien commander would dare lead us. They would weigh the odds and abandon hope. But a human does not yield. Her words hung in the air like a blade. Adrian shook his head slowly. You don't understand. I'm done with wars. Done with saving anyone. Every time, it ends the same. Too many bodies, not enough left standing. But her gaze did not waver. And yet you still live. That means something. You endured, while others fell. You carry the fire of survival, even when you hate yourself for it. He clenched his jaw, fingers digging into the table's edge. Damn her. She was peeling him open, layer by layer, exposing wounds he thought had scarred over. I can't, he whispered. Not again. Lady Theron reached across the table. Her hand, long and elegant, settled atop his. He flinched, but did not pull away. You can, she said gently. And you must. Because if you refuse, my world dies. And with it, everything I have ever known. The restaurant had faded away. He no longer heard the chatter, the music, the scrape of chairs. There was only her voice, her plea, and the memories he couldn't silence. The siege of Karate Prime. The endless nights haunted by ghosts. The faces of those who had once believed in him. He had promised never again. And yet. Adrian swallowed hard. If I say yes, it won't end well. For anyone. Lady Theron's lips curved into something that was not quite a smile. It will end the only way it can, with hope. That is all I ask. For a long, terrible moment, he stared at her hand over his. His breath trembled. His mind screamed for him to refuse. To walk away. To stay lost. But deep inside, beneath the guilt and scars, something stirred. The part of him that refused to die. The part that had once led men and women into fire and pulled them back out again. Slowly, almost against his will, Adrian nodded. Lady Theron's eyes softened. Relief passed across her face, fleeting but undeniable. Then you will come with me, she said. Adrian exhaled, a sound between resignation and acceptance. He picked up his drink, drained it, and set it down with finality. Fine. But don't thank me yet. You might regret finding me. I have searched the stars for you, she said quietly. There can be no regret. Together, they rose from the table. Conversations resumed around them, but no one dared block their path as they left. The airlock doors opened, spilling them into the corridor where stars glittered beyond the station's glass walls. For the first time in years, Adrian Cross walked toward something other than exile. And Lady Theron of House Kinvara, the rich alien woman who had searched everywhere, finally found the man who might save them all.